for them?
I think I know exactly. The answer is true that every great team has that moment. Very rarely do you just run, just have one of those great, just years. So I can go back as far back as I've been coaching that you have those moments. And Wisconsin that we just had was that, that's kind of over and we got to keep pushing, but that was one of those moments. And the moment is this, is that someone has to make a play to go win that game. And guys that maybe haven't in the past have. And Noah Brown, obviously, he's, his first year really playing. Made a great play, and then Sam Hubbard's and Taekwon Lewis's and those guys made some plays to help us win. But I know exactly what you're saying, and I hope that becomes it. It's too early to. We've got so much football left. I talked to Coach Fickle right before we were going out, and I said, just give me some thoughts that your biggest concerns. And he said the tailbacks, you can have everything locked down, and he creates plays. And that's a little bit like our JT Barrett, Noah Brown when you're covered and he makes a play. So great players have, that's what makes them great, is even when it's not there. Because a lot of guys can do, when it's wide open, go run the ball, but he's dynamic. Good players, number one, is always the reason. Number two is, I think, our scheme and our players believe in it. Number three is because we practice it an inordinate amount of times, probably relative to most other people. Every third day in spring practice, we're in the red zone. Every third day of training camp, we're in the red zone. And our defense, this group especially, this staff especially wants, most defense coaches get a little, why are we going red zone again? Why are we going red zone again? Our guys thrive in it because they want to get, that's the money area. So every other situation is kind of, correlates with how many times that happens in a game. For example, you don't practice 3rd and 10 more than what you're actually going to see in the game. Red zone, in our mind's completely different. If you're only going to see it 4 times a game, we practice it multitudes more than that. So it's in, does that make sense? That doesn't correlate. However, that's the value we place on it. I think it's great. I think he is a guy that we saw that talent last year. That's why we decided to play him. Even, I want to say he missed the first 5 games because you start thinking about red, I hate that word around here, red shirt, and then play him. He's too good of a player. And we saw the talent. And he's really doing a nice job. I do. We're not near satisfied. We're not where we need to be at that position yet. And Corey Smith's injury has kind of set us back a little bit too. We're counting on him, and he's got that. I think we're going to get some playing time as we move forward. He had surgery on his wrist. He's going to get his hands, the use of his fingers back. So, no, I think that's an area we still need to improve.
In recent games.
Oh yeah, their last 2 games, they're playing. There's a lot of energy right now in that program, and wins do that for you. And their last 2 games, they played their best game, obviously, against Maryland, all the way around.
And final question.
Huge Tribe fan. We had, I'm sure you saw, we had the Cleveland Cavaliers show up, and I told people there's 2 types of people in this world: those from Cleveland and those who wish they were. So the team got a good, just like you guys, got a good kick out of that.